What's up, everybody? This is Exodus 1, aka Indigo Sky, aka y'all already know who it is. Trigger ranking. We in here, we about to get it cracking, man. Um, Hold on, let me cut my PlayStation 5 off real quick. I've been running all night. And then I got to chop the shit up. All right, y'all, we here, we back, about to do a little reaction. Let me see. Um, oh yeah, y'all know the rules, man. Y'all like, subscribe, share, hit notification, y'all. If y'all been in here, y'all link me up, man. Get up with me. You want to support the channel, everything is in the description at the top. So, link me up if y'all would like to, or follow me on other platforms. Um, yeah, this one right here, this was about David again, about David. So we gonna listen to this and see what's going on. Peace, y'all.
Trapmore Gang. I've just come across a very spooky and...
Hold on, I gotta play my intro. I love my intro now. My new little intro.
You are watching a master at work.
disturbing post, one of the David subreddits. And in this post, somebody has actually managed to grab a screenshot of what seems to be a private note on David's phone, where he is writing some kind of secret poem. And I'm not trying to say, I don't know what we should believe about this, but it's a secret poem about storing and drinking blood and performing rituals surrounded by blood. But what's even more insane is that this screenshot is actually from a documentary that David put out himself over 2 years ago. So this is the post that's going around, man, and I just wanna dig into this a little bit, okay? Because as you know, we cover this David case up to date. We're covering everything to do with this David situation, and we're all learning as we go. And this post, I just kind of caught my eye, and I've been meaning to dig into this for a couple of days. And I do think this is super creepy. So let's just take a closer look at it. I've got an extension here that's going to allow us to magnify what we're seeing. Okay, so it's going to give us a bit more of a zoom in. Now it says something at the top. It says something covered in blood. And then it says something fluid to keep us alive. And then it says something, nah.
All I gotta say is something just ain't right.
Okay, so I can't quite see what that says, but it seems like it says something either if I may, or could it be till May? And then it says some wish to store it. Does it say blood if I may? Some wish to store it, some wish to savor it, some drink it, some perform rituals surrounded by it. The blood is spreading through fields I see, not with my eyes, but with my heart. Is the earth bleeding? Where is the something?
Casino Black. That's funny.
It's just so disturbing to me because I just feel like
That's a BLK. BLK great.
with this David situation, it's like every single day that goes by, the plot thickens. We see more creepy stuff. We see more just odd, disturbing things in his past and in his career that just seem a little bit too convenient, like just a little bit too creepily lined up with events that later happen. I'm not saying that this means anything specific.
Yeah, this David dude is, right, he needs to go to jail. David, I turn into a snitch for David. And I turn into the police.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
He He need to be locked up.
Be
ASAP.
connected to the case. I'm
Take
not
his ass to
suggesting
jail.
that, this is proof, definitive proof that he drained the body of blood, or he stored the body and he drank the blood, or there were these rumors that we touched on this channel that, he was selling merch of these white shirts with blood stains on them. And there was rumors, people saying that, you think that could be real blood? Like, you think that might actually be really blood? Like, you think he could have mixed blood in?
This nigga was selling merch, white t-shirts with blood. Bro, come on, dog. Like, that shit is just too weird for me, bro. Like, all this blood shit, bro. Blood is supposed to be inside of your fucking body, bro. You say you bet my house thing. Guess what, bro?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Okay, and
Bro, I got on my page to
merch,
say that, bro.
The
Okay.
FBI going to be confiscating some of that merch and testing the blood? I don't know. But at this point, I do think...
What else you got to say, bro? Come on with some more comments, bro. Since you want to be petty today. Petty Friday.
It's worth just exploring every option. Like, if I was investigating this case, I would probably get my hands on some of those shirts and test them. I'm not going to lie to you. I would probably...
Damn.
But this is...
Typically, when you hear the word no credit check, it usually means I sell fight.
Creepy, it's weird, and some of the comments are kind of feeling the same way, okay? Now, this is basically just a breakdown of what the person interpreting this post types just to go along with the post. It says, going off confirmed facts, I've noticed something. The medical examiner reported Celeste was 70 pounds. Sheriffs in Celeste's hometown said she was 120 pounds in the missing persons report. But the LAPD said Celeste's body was all there in one piece. So could Celeste Rivas Hernandez be drained of nearly 40% of her blood and water? That's according to the confirmed information. David also did a separate creepy video where he said a white rose is beautiful because it looks like a human drain of blood. And again, I've talked about it a lot on this channel. This whole thing where he is using white shirts covered in blood, white flowers, white roses covered in blood, it's super creepy. Because to me,
the creepiest shit ever.
It seems to hint towards virginity, purity, taking purity, leaving blood on a white stain. And brow, like the person who was found unalived in the trunk was a minor, right? It doesn't get more white roses, pure, innocent, than what a 14-year-old girl. Okay, I don't know exactly what happened or what went down between these two. I don't want to speculate on innocence of anyone's innocence. But when you're a 14-year-old child, you're innocent through and through. Okay, so a white rose being a representation of that is super weird. But anyway, people are suggesting that perhaps because she was found weighing so little, that maybe there was an indication that she was drained of her blood. Now
she was little girl though, bro. Like she was little. She was 15 when they found her, but she was 14, I guess, when she was unalive. So she's a little girl, but she's 14. She's not gonna be like no grown woman.
Some more of these comments, and you'll be able to work out whether or not there's actually anything to this. This says Celeste weighed only 70 pounds during the time her autopsy report because her body had decomposed a great deal. Not because her blood was drained, which is what I think you're getting at. The body starts decomposing right after death if your muscles, tendons, skin fluids, and organs all disintegrate, making you weigh less and less as time goes on, then you become skeletal. This is just so sad, man. Someone's saying, I totally understand the decomposition statement, but she was in the car for weeks, according to Captain Scott, not months like all media are pushing for some unusual reason, along with the dismemberment, anything but her being drained of fluids. The last known activity online from Celeste was July the 30th or 31st of July. An Instagram like. Not solid evidence. It says the car was moved that day. I'm going off confirmed information only. This person says, I don't think the police even know how long she was in the car for and how long she was dead for. They seem back a tad bit clueless in all of this, honestly. Then her death was deemed inconclusive by the medical examiner. Me personally, I think she's been deceased since February and was kept somewhere cool, maybe a refrigerator or even a cave. David got himself a new Tesla that month and was going back and forth to Texas a whole lot to meet with his therapist. I haven't heard that before. Honestly, I haven't heard this theory that David had been meeting with his therapist. That kind of adds a little dimension to it, I'm not going to lie. I also do not believe Celeste was communicating with anyone in July. I believe someone had her phone and was pretending to be her, which leads me to my next question. I don't believe the police has ever mentioned, and that is, where is her phone? It wasn't in the car. It wasn't with her body. Have the police tried pinging her phone? Was her phone activated? If so, were her parents paying the bill? Or was she using the phone off Wi-Fi? Did they contact the phone company and retrieve her call log and text messages? All of that stuff has never been answered or even brought up by them, and I think it's a good point. And the original poster said, I'm going against all mainstream media speculation because I think they unknowingly work for the very same Hollywood occult that killed Celeste.
I just think, man, this is a tragic story, cautionary tale to young people, period, man. You know, basically, you know, just be a kid as long as you can be a kid, man. Even when you're 18, to me, you're a kid. You know what I'm saying? So just be a kid as long. Just enjoy your childhood, man. Parents, let your kids be kids. You know, I know fathers, sometimes we could be tough on some of our sons, and you know, you want them to be tough and all that, but let these kids be kids, man. That's all I can say, bro.
Blood gives life. It's like this guy was obsessed with gore. We've known from the Discord logs that he was obsessed with gore. He was sending people gore pics and videos allegedly, which I'm not gonna lie, it's a violation. I'm not gonna lie. Look, sorry if I'm even bringing up something gross here, okay? But I do feel like a lot of people talk about, a lot of women talk about feeling violated when men send them unsolicited meat pics. That's the most flattering way I'm going to say it. Now that is a violation, and if you're not a willing recipient of a meat pic, or at least as a man, if you're going to send a meat pic, really you should have consent for a meat pic, or at the very least you should know someone well enough to know that that meat pic is going to be well received. Okay, I'm just keeping it real. I don't be sending meat pics. I'm not gonna lie. Have I sent a meat pic?
Jamel, what up?
But
what up, Jamel?
I've certainly never sent an unsolicited, unwanted meat pic. I'm going off course now. But what I'm trying to say is that somebody that would send gore pics of dead people, pics of people being gifts of people being killed, gifts of
how you doing, Jamel? How you doing today, big dog?
People injured. I remember being a kid, and there was a thing called, I don't even know if I want to say it on YouTube. It begun with R, and it's what happens to a body.
If you owe more than $5,000 in back taxes, then you're officially on the IRS's radar.
Maybe you fell behind on filing. Maybe you had to pull from your...
Effed out for a while, okay? There was a website that had gore on it, okay? And it was always a little prank back in the day. I maybe show my age, okay? But I remember growing up, right? And we had PCs in the classroom. And I remember being of one of the first generations of people that had the internet on PCs at school. And it's like, this is before they worked out that you need to block a bunch of the crazy shit on the internet. And so people would trick you, and they'd say, oh, type in this on the computer, and you would accidentally hit enter. And before you know it, you would accidentally face first looking at like somebody that's had their head blown off with a shotgun or something like that. Okay, maybe this is why I'm so fucked up. But these types of things, okay, that is abusive. I don't know if somebody did that to David when he was a kid, but there's talk on Discord that he's obsessed with gore pics. I don't know if he was sending people gore pics, but that is a violation, okay? And it seems from what we've heard, in my opinion, okay, this is somebody that maybe was obsessed with gore. And I think this obsession with gore and writing poems about blood and being obsessed with blood and bodily fluids is relevant, and I think it's just important to get into the psyche of this person who is.
I mean, you got to be a weirdo to be into gore anyway, bro. Like, it don't look good for him, like, but you got to be a hell of a fucking weirdo to be sending gore pics and all this other shit to even have it in your phone, bro. Like, I done seen some gory shit, and when I seen it, I didn't want to see it no more. It kind of fucked me up a little bit. I done seen people get decapitated. I done seen people get their head blowed off. You know what I'm saying? And it fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? It took me a while to even just get past the shit. Like,
or with a 14-year-old's deceased remains in their car. Okay, I think it's actually important. So I feel like I don't think this is sensationalizing it. This guy is twisted. Regardless of whether or not you think he did this, we all have our opinions. I've seen enough to form my own personal opinion, okay, and it's not good. Okay, people saying that's not even a good poet.
I think he did the shit, or somebody in his circle had something to do with that shit. So I believe he had something to do with that girl death, though.
Facts. I'm going to be that guy and say that anybody who's a fan of this guy before the murder is effing weird. This is effing psychopathic, and I can't fathom.
Was never a fan of David. Never heard of David until the Celeste Rivas case. Never heard of David. Never heard any of his music.
Making someone who does this stuff for real.
And one of my favorite female singers, she was fucking with him, and she not fucking with him, but they was cool. I think he opened up for SZA. That's one of my favorite SZA.
Recreation. It says he's into the cult of 764 and gooning to Lil G's. So his fans are definitely like him. The lyrics of his music tell it all. I'm not gonna lie, this 764 cult thing, I'm gonna do a video looking in.
Man, this whole romantic homicide shit, bruh, you told in the song. You dropped the song on her actual birthday, bro.
So because a lot of people, I've seen you guys in the comments saying, look, dig into this 764 cult. I've seen a couple other videos about it that I'm gonna go and watch. I'm gonna do my homework and get to the bottom of the 764 thing. So I'll do a video on that in the next few days. This says at this point, people should just be patient and wait until everything comes out. Some of these theories rival David's level of insanity. They're flat out drinking. So it's not a coincidence. His idol Playboy Carti is a self-professed vampire. Okay, this actually is the video. I haven't actually watched this video yet, but a lot of people have been sending me this video. It says, is David connected to 764? Deep dive into this.
I don't know if y'all know Playboy Carti is from Atlanta, but Playboy Carti, y'all might think he on some weird vampire shit, but Playboy Carti had a gang war out here behind him, bro.
Satanic cult, basically.
Niggas was getting knocked off because of Playboy Carti, bro.
People are saying, the video, I'm going to watch this video at some point in the next couple of days, once I've covered a few more stories I want to cover, but basically people are saying it's bigger than David. Now, I'm gonna enter this with an open mind, but it could be a whole load of nonsense. I'm not gonna lie. And if you want to go and check that video out before I do a video on it, be my guest.
Hey man, y'all hit the like button.
Says for those of y'all that are blaming her cause of death and his actions on rituals, please go outside and touch grass. This guy groomed a minor and killed her prior to her birthday. Says the poem and her weight speaks for itself. It's winter in the UK. I have no intention of touching cold or wet grass, but thanks for the recommendation. So some of us may build to keep covered in blood. Some wish to store, keep us alive. Some wish to store it. Some drink to savor it. The blood is sacred to perform rituals surrounded. The blood is spelling is the Grok translation of the photo. Okay, we saw that. So I don't think he's a vampire, but I do think he's deep into the occult. I wouldn't be surprised if he used her blood for rituals, especially with him living in Hollywood and being famous. He was just one of the ones who was stepping into the courts. So from my research into the elite occult, they would refer to Celeste as a vessel to get power from probably a youth ritual. It says, do you have a timestamp? And there's another segment. It says, okay, about 2 minutes in, here's the dumb little poem shown just before that. Something along the lines of, I see fields covered in blood, the very fluid that keeps us alive. Because this is a good find and plausible cause for him holding on to the body. People saying, yeah, she was a possession resource, not necessarily a human to him, but other people are saying not really. All right. It says, I definitely think there's a high chance of him being a self-proclaimed vampire, which may explain why she weighed so little, as well as decomposition. And some people say not really, because she decomposed. Now, do I think that David is really doing cultish rituals and drinking blood like a vampire? No, I actually don't believe that. Do I believe that he was maybe obsessed with blood and gore? I believe that based on the things that I've seen, just in my opinion. And I would say,
is it a car accident? From Cameron into the. They understand.
That it's, look, I don't think Playboy Carti is a vampire, but do I think Playboy Carti is into some cultish iconography that, one, adds to the image and the aura and the persona that he's put across, but two, kind of like get in the minds of people that are obsessed with these kind of cultish antics. I do believe that. And I feel like when you see Jay-Z throwing up the triangle, okay, and pretending he's in the Illuminati, a lot of people are like, Jay-Z's in the Illuminati. Y'all are dumb, but at the same time, Jay-Z's smart enough to know that if he throws up rock and he's doing Rockefeller and all of this stuff, okay, it's like the dumb people that believe in the Illuminati, bro, the Illuminati's not real. Are there rich and powerful circles of people that control industries? Yes.
But Illuminati is definitely real. We wouldn't even know what the Illuminati was if it wasn't real.
Don't need to be no Illuminati. There's just rich assholes that are in control of resources and can call shots. Doesn't mean there's an Illuminati and they're drinking blood. But some people, right, I feel like you've got the people that are dumb enough to believe this stuff, and then they talk, Jay-Z Illuminati. I'm going to make about 10 videos about Jay-Z being the Illuminati, and it's kind of like, okay, that you have actually just been finessed into doing free marketing for this fool. And arguably, that's a smart move. Somebody like David, I wonder, was he obsessed with blood and gore? Seems like it. Was he potentially gambling on the fact that there are going to be dumb, young, impressionable fans of his, same as the Carty fans? I think this evil, blood-drinking, like vampire villain aesthetic is an aesthetic, okay? He's thinking that's cool. It's getting stuck in people's heads. And until you're found with a dead miner in your trunk, it's kind of a good look for the career. I'm not going to lie. So look, I'm going to do a deeper dive into basically a lot of the stuff surrounding, you know, these cults that David's supposedly involved in. I'm actually, today I was thinking, oh man, there's not really much new information on David. And then I did a little bit more digging and I actually found there's like 4 different videos that I want to make on new topics with new information that really hasn't been dug into yet. And I will keep you guys updated on that over the next few days. We're still waiting for news to come out, but I do feel like there's some new interesting things. I really appreciate everybody checking out my previous video on this. Okay.
Y'all check out Trap More Ross channel. We're going to Poetic Flacco's in the
The wait is now over. Introducing FanDuel Picks.
We are now reacting to Poetic Flacco's video. See what the hell he talking about. Something about Talil.
I got a mother. I got Sexton. She died black on me.
Yeah, a lot of us owe Talil an apology. We were wrong. We were lied to. We took this chick's word to be the truth, when in fact she's a liar. She's deceptive. She's a demon. She tried to ruin this man's life with lies, but tonight everything got spoiled and revealed, and all her lies and all her deception got exposed and put on blast. Chicks like her deserve to rot in prison. Why would you do this to somebody's life? Because you regret a decision that you made consensually. This absolute despicable Jezebel accused Talil of SAing her, full-on raping her at a Streamer Awards after party. She claims that she was intoxicated. She was really drunk, damn near unconscious, and couldn't really consent, but Talil still took it without her permission, and he only stopped having intercourse with her because she started to boo-hoo cry and cry in agony and begging him to stop, but that's when he stopped. Now, this chick would even say that she was asexual. She's not even attracted to men.
When somebody say they're asexual, bro, a lot of times I don't even believe it, bro.
And a lot of nonsense that looking back now, I can see is nonsense. But at the time, man, I see a woman crying like most of us. We see tears coming down. We see somebody who appears to be really affected by this. And we automatically went for the hoopy-doop, the okey-doke. But now we see the truth, bruh. I feel like one of the red flags during this entire essay story was when she spoke on how she told Talil she didn't want to do it because he had a girlfriend.
My phone was stolen and broken. I had no way to get home, and I was assaulted, you guys, by someone that you guys all love. And I'm so tired of this streaming and I'm done, bro. He taped me. The reason why he stopped anyway is because I started boohoo crying, you guys. I was crying, and he taped me as I'm crying like this. He was like, why are you crying? And I'm like, because like I didn't want to, like, you know. And he's like, oh, well, I'm gonna talk to you again. I'm like, I don't care if you talk to me again. It doesn't matter if you talk to me again. It's the simple fact of like me not wanting to even go down that route because you have a girlfriend.
I don't know how we missed that. Me not wanting to go down this route because you have a girlfriend should have been the first clue. She did something with Talil. She gave it up easily, and Talil still had a girlfriend, and she knew that she would never be the main chick. So now she regrets it, and that's exactly what this was. I don't know how we missed that or how we overlooked it, but it's not SA because you willingly and voluntarily and consensually gave it up easily because you were cheap, right, to a dude who has a girlfriend, and then you regret it afterwards because you threw yourself, I guess, in a high light, but you understand that he would never leave his girlfriend for you because you were literally, you know, a bop.
A scumbag.
So that's exactly what happened. She gave it up to Talil and then got upset afterwards that Talil stopped speaking to her, kind of ghosted her after he clapped her cheeks. So Talil actually responded back, and he provided,
what's up, Vinny?
Hardcore fact.
We got Vinny in the house.
Actual receipts that nobody can really refute. This chick is a demon. One of the first things out of Talil's mouth that was a really good sign here, Talil said that they're moving forward. They have officially started the paperwork process to sue this chick for defamation. To me, that's a good sign because this chick came online did all she did, made all those accusations, and still didn't file a police report yet, still didn't file paperwork yet. I don't know. I've never been asked.
Hey, man, check this out. Y'all hit the like button, man.
Come on now, y'all. Come on, man.
But I would hope that if you were SA, you wouldn't care about social consequences. You would care about confinement more than social consequences. You wouldn't want for him to be canceled. You'll want him to be locked up and confined.
My team has already sent Jordan a cease and desist, and we are also moving forward with the lawsuit for defamation. Jordan has claimed that she was sexually assaulted at the Stream Awards after party. That did not happen.
He began to go in order and surgically dissect her story, even addressing the tiny details that you would think is not really that important involving her phone. She claims that Talil took her phone. Talil would actually say no. Like, she had her phone. She had it in the hotel. She left it in the hotel and left. Then she came back to get her phone once she realized she left it at the hotel. So he never took her phone. She had her.
We reacting to this Talil thing. Something about some chick lied on Talil, said that he SA'd her at some kind of award show or some shit like that, and we just reacting, bro. So basically come out, she's a liar. The man didn't do that to her. So now Talil has to he's suing her. He's suing her for defamation.
phone.
Everything was cool that night. Jordan originally left the after party and came back because Jordan misplaced her phone. Not because it was taken by me.
The phone thing might sound insignificant compared to the rest of the story, but the reason why that's important, and you kind of have to address it, because if you can point out any lies or any consistent lies there, then you become a more credible party. So if he can prove that Jordan had her phone all night and that she was capping and lying, then yeah, he becomes the more credible person. So he moves on, and he actually tells a story of she asks to hop in an Uber with him and his hairstylist. They drive to a hotel. He offered to take her home. She says, "Can I use the bathroom and go upstairs?" He goes upstairs with her. Whatever happens there, intercourse takes place.
We got to the hotel. I offered Jordan a ride home. Jordan asked if she can use the bathroom upstairs, and I said okay. Everything after that was consent. Everything that happened after that was consent between two adults. She was not coerced, she was not forced or pressured. It was a mutual agreement between two adults. Jordan seen everything went left, chat. I hope y'all follow me. And I'm gonna show you a timeline, and I got real evidence to prove everything I'm saying. So just please follow me. I know I'm speaking a little fast, but I'm slowing off y'all. Everything went left when my partner called. The moment my partner called, Jordan started acting crazy. She got really aggressive, and she was acting weird. She made me uncomfortable, and that's what made me start recording to protect myself. Let me make it very clear right now. I have never recorded no sex tape of Jordan. That was also false. Now, that y'all following me. Jordan seen the call come in from my partner. She got upset, started talking aggressively, and she made me uncomfortable, so I started recording to protect myself.
Which is very consistent with what he said and what she said.
With Rayo's made for home brick oven crust pizza, Delicious is finally in the frozen pizza aisle. We start with
Right? She didn't want to do it because he had a girlfriend, but they were already doing it before she found out he had a girlfriend. Right? So she got hoodwinked from her perspective, but being hoodwinked is not SA. Right? You giving up the cheeks to a man who has a girlfriend and then finding out he has a girlfriend isn't great, isn't SA. Right? You shouldn't have been moving so fast. You got your back broken. First night, probably ain't even get a cold rag to wipe you off. He then proceeds to provide one of many damning evidence. So the first thing that he played was a video recording of him and Jordan having a conversation immediately after everything happened. Immediately after they had sex, he began to record their conversation. And you know what didn't come up? SA.
I've never had a one-night stand in my life.
Who is a one-night stand?
Like after the party type shit, when you first meet someone.
I don't know not one woman who would refer to their grape as a one-night stand. I don't know not one woman who would get SA'd and get it taken forcibly from her that she didn't consent to. Who would describe that experience as a one-night stand? Of course she wasn't great. Of course she wasn't SA'd. Of course she felt bad afterwards, because she realized she was dealing with somebody who was an F-boy, right? He has a girlfriend, he's cheating on her, and you're just the mistress, right? You're just you're nothing to him. Girls like Jordan Pauline has been told their entire lives they're probably better than the bops and the 304s, like they look down upon. Girls like her probably come to the section and they look down upon the other girls who are also in the section doing too much because they like to present themselves as if they're like holier than thou and they are like high up here and they can't be touched and they don't give it up easily. Whole time, they're no different than the 304, right? They're just in disguise. So what?
$1? Shit, I got $1, man. Where you at? Where you at? I got $1 for you. I definitely can help you out with $1, man. That's not a big thing, bro. You need $1 where you at?
She realized now her entire facade is over with because she just slept with somebody from the streaming community on the first night who has a girlfriend and who would never talk to her again, or who would probably never wipe her up. She now quickly began to devise up a plan to ruin this man's life.
As long as the cool one, I don't understand. As long as these people are, I don't understand. That's one piece of evidence. After a while, Jordan wanted to leave. So what did Tyler James do? I got her an Uber, a Toyota to be exact. I requested Jordan a Toyota. Jordan left the hotel room. Jordan came back when she realized it was a Toyota. She banged on the door and demanded a black truck. Her words verbatimly after she demanded a black truck was, do I look like the type to ride in a Toyota? Give me a black truck. Me being a gentleman, I got her a black truck.
You could have stopped the story here, bro. You got us convinced, homie. But he didn't stop here. He provided more damning evidence. But just from my experience, he could have stopped it here, bro. I'm convinced. I already know what type of girl this is, bro. This is a girl who believes that she's more valuable than what she really is. This is the type of girl, right, who gets embarrassed when she gets at.
I mean, if I can help, if I got it, I help, bro. Like, I help homeless people, bro. I done been in a situation where I was homeless before, bro. So, I mean, I don't look down on nobody. You know, I help people, man. And I never know. You might take that $1 to feed one of your kids, or might need to get on the bus to get to your children. I don't know what you need $1 for, but if you need it, man, you need it, bro. And bro, ain't no judgment from my side, bro. I done had to ask for money before myself, so you know what I mean? We all go through it in life, bro. We just it gotta be more people out here like me that's willing to help, though. That's it. That's all I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, $1, man. If I had 100 that I could give it to you, I would give it to you, man. Ain't no problem, bro. Everything good, man. Everything good. It's a spirit of giving, man. Spirit of just giving to people, man. That's one thing, bro. You gotta spirit of giving to people, man. We need to learn how to share with each other, man. Just love each other, share with each other, stop the violence, and help the fellow man go forward in life. We only got one life, y'all. You want your legacy to be one remembered as, you know what I'm saying? You want your legacy to be one of those legacies remembered as, you know, something positive. Something positive. We'll just say that.
Type of girl, right? Who gets embarrassed when she gets effed for free? Yo, girls Girls
I don't
go
know
out
what
of
that
their way not to get F for free. Yo, girl will have you stop at Applebee's on the way to the hotel just so she can get a meal so she can say she ain't get F for free, yo. Oh, girl will tell you stop at Wendy's, get me a 4 for 4, man. Give me a $4 meal before we, before you get the box, before you have some, so she don't get crack for free. She got a telly to the hotel, went upstairs to use the bathroom. He went upstairs too. They got into it. She got crack on a one-night stand for free with no effort put in. He called her that Uber. She said, nah, man, I can't get crack for free and put in a Toyota. You gotta call me a black truck. And didn't stop there though. He provided another receipt where she asked him for $2,000 afterwards. Because she didn't want to get crack for free.
Jordan, I try to blackmail you, Jordan. 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 How, Chad? How? Look at what it's saying, Chad. Jordan requested 2,000 and then a note. It says, for playing with me. And I try to blackmail her. She's trying to extort me, man. She's blackmailing me. She's lying on me, bro. That shit is dog. She's lying on me, trying to destroy my image, bro. I got niece.
Yeah, I got daughters and shit, so I definitely feel where this man is coming from. If a woman lie on you and say you SA her and she's definitely lying, bro, I got daughters, bro. I never want no allegations like that to come out on me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't put myself in that situation, but just for somebody to lie about that, that's so ridiculous, bro. I got sisters, I got nieces, I got a mama, all that, bro. I don't want them type of allegations, bro.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
He got every right to be acting the way he acting because you don't put that jacket on a man, bro. I mean, you don't call nobody that if they ain't really do that to you, bro.
For this nigga, what you talking about? And I never let anybody take that shit from me.
I'll be real with you, brother. I'm sure the emotions is real. The emotion isn't winning none of us over, all right? Stick to the receipts, stick to the facts, stick composed and poised, right? Because so far, you're on the right track. You're providing the receipts we want to see, right? But we've seen R. Kelly cry. And R. Kelly was 100% guilty, all right? R. Kelly was the guiltiest you could get. So I don't even buy no tears, bro. I made that mistake with the Jordan Pauline video, bro. The whole time she was capping her butt off, man. So them tears, bro, I ain't trying to hear that, bro. Get to the receipts. So after this, he provided what I think is the most damning receipt, right? Now, her trying to extort him for $2,000, the audio, to me, that's enough. Like, bro, you got it. You won, bro. This chick is diabolical and devious. But then he provided the text messages of her confessing and admitting that she's about to ruin his life because he wouldn't text her back.
Jordan texts me right here. She said, what you doing? Jordan sends a question mark. I don't know if you text me or not, but my phone is clicked. I can't see her do nothing. Jordan.
Sunday, count on chaos when playoff berths are still up for grabs. You can.
This wild card.
Jordan.
It's wild card weekend, boy. Wild card weekend.
Jordan.
We got like 2 more weeks.
Sent me on December 8th at 12:01. This is in the noon. Jordan sent me up upside down smiling face. After she sent the upside down smiling face, she sent the Zelle request. Let me show y'all. Follow me, chat. Are y'all following the timeline? Because I'm only gonna come here one time and say this. Jordan, all of these messages came on December 7th. All of these messages is at December 7th. The Zelle request is at December 8th. This smiley face. She sent this smiley face, right? Boom. Then she sends the Zelle request at 12:19 p.m. After she sends the Zelle request, she realized I was not paying it. Once Jordan realized I was not paying it, Jordan sent me this. You see this meme right here? Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am. Let me make it bigger for y'all since y'all can't read. Boom. Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am. What? So once Jordan realized I was not paying her $2,000, she sends me this. Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am. And guess what she did? She showed me who she really was and showed you who she really was. Came to the internet with false allegations, lied on my name. Lied on my name.
That's crazy.
Bro, you've done proved your point, bro.
Yeah, you ain't.
This is the best response to an essay accusations I've ever seen, bro. Provided nothing but receipts and facts. This chick is the devil, man. This chick is the demon, bro. What type of
She on some serious demon. Serious demon time.
Will wake up and put an accusation like this? Yo, even if you're not doing it for him, why would you even want to put those accusations on yourself? Like, why would you even want to speak something like that into existence? Great essay is something that traumatized a lot of women, bro. And you just playing with it, bro.
You making up shit.
This chick is the devil, man. This is not cool, bro. Pray for Talil. I hope Talil takes everything she has. I hope Talil takes this chick to court and take everything, bro. Take.
Yeah, that's what he need to do. He need to sue the fuck out of her, bro. Sue that motherfucker. Sue her ass. For real. We going to Trap Morals. Hey, that was Poeta Flacco we just was reacting to. We going back to Trap Morals. Talking about Lil Durk and Lil Baby.
Trapmore gang, things are obviously looking bad for Lil Durk in his current federal murder for trial case, but what if I told you that not only are there possibly more murder for hires that could be getting connected to Lil Durk, yes, there's more bodies, and their bodies I ain't even spoken about before, but what if I told you that Lil Durk may actually be connected to a secret gang war that has been going on in Atlanta and has indeed claimed some people's lives? It all begun in 2021. You might remember, okay, Lil Durk had his home invaded, right? This was in Atlanta. Lil Durk shootout in his Georgia home, suspects flee the scene, okay? Lil Durk got a rude awakening when some people busted into his home and exchanged gunfire with him and his girlfriend. This was according to law enforcement. According to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the rapper and his girlfriend in India.
I check out Trap More Ross channel, orientated by Trap Laura Ross.
Cops were the victims of a home invasion and aggravated assault this past Sunday a little after 5 a.m. So on this TMZ article, it says law enforcement told them about several unidentified individuals who entered Durk's home in the Chateau Elan neighborhood of Brazelton, an hour outside of Atlanta. No doubt that was gotta be a nice community if Durk's living in there. 2021 times as well. This is Durk having motion at these times, all right? And it said that's when a shootout ensued. The GBI says Durk and India discharged their firearms, but they were not injured during the incident. It's unclear exactly how many people allegedly entered the home, but cops are asking for tips from the public in the case.
The thing with me and this whole Durk, like, that kind of had me ask a question was, Durk lives in Brazelton. You know, you just heard him say it's an hour away from Atlanta, bro. A fucking hour. Now, if he lived in the city of Atlanta, I could see people might have been following him and shit like that. And pretty much know where you at. Like, when you in the Atlanta area, even if you in, like, Sandy Springs, people pretty much, like, Cardi B, she got a house in Sandy Springs. People pretty much know where the shit at. Like, they know where she live. But you live in fucking Brazelton, nigga. I don't even know how to get to Brazelton. And to know where Little Durk house is in Brazelton, that sounds like some inside shit. That sounds like some shit that somebody knew where he lived. His partner. You know?
Come on now, dog.
Sound like an inside.
Come on, man.
That shit sound like an inside job to me, bro.
From the public in the case as part of the investigation, they reached out to the rapper's attorney, Nicole Mormon, who declined to comment. Now, interestingly enough, before this home invasion went down, 50 Cent of all people actually apparently publicly warned Little Durk. Look at this.
Now, when you look at some of these younger artists and you see how they idolize you and idolize your music, and then you see them get caught up, and now Little Durk, do you have conversations with them and be like, I see this play before?
Yeah, even with Durk, I was telling him, we was in New York, we did Power Through.
That's the first and last acting role this time.
But we did the thing for Force, the Chicago version. Yeah. Then, like, I was like, yo, this is them. I did the real shit, right? He's like, yeah, the hits group. And I said, yo, just watch them. And like, I've always had that energy myself.
He's saying, Durk was saying, this is my crew. He's talking about OTF and that, all right? He's saying, these are my guys, my crew. And 50 Cent's telling him, you need to watch them. You need to watch your own crew, right? Look.
That's why I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I got a handful of friends. A handful, bro. I can barely count them on one hand. That's how many friends I actually got, bro. It's just too much, bro. Like, I don't do all that. We friends, buddies, all this shit. Like, motherfuckers be saying, smile in your face and stab you in your back, bro.
Read between the lines with this. He said, just watch your own crew.
Just watch it. Yeah, but we did the theme song for Force, the Chicago version. Yeah. Then, like, I was like, yo, this is them. I did the real shit, right? He's like, yeah, the hits group. And I said, yo, just watch them. And like, I've always had that energy myself in the middle of everything that was going on. I'm not just watching. We know for sure. If you got pulled over and you're not in jail, why are you not in jail?
When you say that, tune in to GPB. It's a Georgia thing.
A&A Asphalt Paving is one of the leading asphalt paving and concrete contractors in the metro Atlanta.
So if you got pulled over and if you're not in jail, why? He's talking about snitches in the crew now. He's talking about not being able to trust the crew, and he's talking about people turning on him.
At the dirt, what was his response to you?
See, you know what? Somebody just came to my house. How do you know exactly what address? I don't know my address. Nobody. Like, something happened.
The robbery in Georgia?
Yeah.
When India had
he went straight to talking about it.
Come on, bro.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Bro, that's just what we got through talking about, bro. We just said it, bro. We just freaking said it, bro. Man.
Damn. So he said when Durk and 50 had the conversation about this situation, he said the first thing he said it came straight to his mind. He said, you know what? Someone ran up in my home. I was thinking, how did they know the address? Now, a few interesting things happened after this. Now, let's not forget.
How did they know your address? You're in fucking Brazelton, nigga. How the fuck they know your address? That's an inside job, dog.
Right, King Von lost his life in Atlanta. Dirk was living in Atlanta and had his home invaded in Atlanta while Von was still, with the year of Von passing away.
But see, Trap Lord, he probably don't know too. I mean, he probably know about some of the politics down here, but he don't know the actual land layout. Bro, I live in Atlanta. Brazelton is an hour away from here, dog. Like, Brazelton ain't close, bro. Like, you damn near going out of town when you going to Brazelton, Georgia, bro. That shit is not nowhere near Atlanta.
Hey, okay, but Dirk laid down a lot of ties in Atlanta, but could he really trust everyone in Atlanta? Now, what's interesting, okay, a few weeks after Von died, 21 Savage, another Atlanta legend who you know from this channel, he was talking mad shit about me on his album, okay? 21 Savage clearly showed how much love and respect he had for Dirk and Von by extension by giving Von's sister a Range Rover for her birthday a few weeks after Von passed. Look at this.
My car is so nice. Like, I'm so happy, and it's paid for, bitches. It's paid for.
Yeah, I remember that as soon as King Von died, like a couple weeks after 21 did buy her a truck. I do remember that.
Oh, my daughter's.
He bought her like I think he bought her like a what kind of truck that was? A Range Rover. Nice Range Rover. They said the motherfucker had a damn refrigerator in the damn truck. That's tight.
My car is paid for. I'm so happy. My brother 21 Savage bought me a car.
That motherfucker hard,
happy.
refrigerator.
So look, okay, these Atlanta ties, they run deep.
I done heard people have video game systems installed in their car with the screen, but I ain't never heard nobody had a refrigerator in their car.
But, okay, not all is good. It seems like 21 Savage and these guys in Atlanta, not everybody was looking out for Von and Dirk and their crew. Because a few months after she got that car, rumors started circulating on Twitter that Kayla B had actually been robbed for her chain in Atlanta, right? This is somebody calling her out on Twitter, basically saying, somebody steady online talking about, you got your chain took and paid for it back. Give her what she want, please. All right? They're saying that people was airing her out. All right? And bear in mind, okay, King Von had been involved in a shooting with Lil Durk in Atlanta. Atlanta was frying, okay, from all of these situations, all right? She talked about, can everyone go follow my new business page, please, and thank you. And then people responding, who stole your chain? So King Von's sister be getting involved in chain snatchings, all right? This is serious, Atlanta, right? People are atting her, saying, you ain't got that damn chain, huh? Very, very interesting, all right? And so apparently, a little while after this, like within about just over a week, all right, or more or less a week, after these rumors started going around online about Von's sister getting the chain snatched, a shootout would break out in the parking lot of the Cumberland Mall in Atlanta, where a child and a man would both be hit. Now, I've covered this in other videos, but you might not realize the context until this video. This is crazy. Look at this.
Typically, when you hear the word no credit check, it usually means high sell price.
Context until this video. This is crazy. Look at this.
We are also following a developing story in Cobb County tonight.
And that's where investigators say a man and a child were shot in a parking lot outside of Cumberland Mall.
News Edge reporter Denise Dillon joins us live with the latest details. Denise.
Yeah, the shooting happened right in front of these restaurants here at Cumberland Mall. I talked to a couple of people who were eating dinner at the time. They heard the shots, they looked out and saw people running for cover.
It was just like a very chaotic moment.
I saw somebody hit the ground, people running.
There were people running and zooming and everything.
And they closed the shutters to the restaurant.
A shootout in the parking lot of Cumberland Mall. Witnesses say they saw people in two cars yelling at each other. Then they got out, guns in hand.
We hear gunfire. I peek around. I see the guys coming out of the vehicle that's facing the same direction as us, shooting into the vehicle next to them.
Crystal Schmidt says they got back in their cars and sped through the parking lot while one man was leaning out the window, still shooting. In the melee, a man and a young boy, about 8 years old, were both hit by bullets. One in the leg, one in the foot. Police say the child was rushed to the hospital.
And the little boy was such a trooper that he didn't even cry, nothing. He laid there while this really cool nurse came and bandaged him up.
So things are popping off in Atlanta, okay? And people are wondering who's responsible. Well, just 2 days after the incident, two members of a crew called MCF, or Money Comes First, will be taken into custody in connection with the shooting. And this would go around on Atlantology, which is the subreddit that basically covers all the Atlanta gang beefs and news and rap music and all that stuff. They said it was Lil Man and Runt from MCF, Money Comes First, arrested after having a shootout in a mall parking lot with ops striking a child by accident. Someone posted this after they got arrested, said, what the F did Runt do? Oh my God. They said, man, damn, Lil Man hard as fuck. What? When did this happen? He was saying they went to school with him. What the hell? In a rap game, right? Money comes first. Some motion in the game and then getting in trouble. But the reason why this is relevant is because not only were these local rising Atlanta faces getting dragged into this situation, but the following month the authorities would arrest and identify, okay, they would arrest a third man and they would identify a fourth suspect who was apparently OTF Boona, okay? They said police would seek fourth suspect in Cumberland Mall shootout. The Cobb County Police Department are searching for a fourth suspect involved in the March 23 shootout at Cumberland Mall. A warrant filed by police accuses Michael Golden of Chicago of shooting at 4 people and striking 3 of them, including a 6-year-old boy. According to the warrant, Golden was identified after leaving his phone at the scene of the crime. Why Chicagoans always leave their phones at the scene of the crime? Golden is wanted on 4 felony charges of aggravated assault with intent to murder.
You ain't gotta leave your phone at the scene of the crime. all you gotta do is have your phone at the scene of the crime, and they'll catch you like that too. So it ain't about leaving the phone.
Police identified Golden by a cell phone dropped to the scene and through social media searches. The phone's data was obtained by police through executing a search warrant, and the warrant for Golden's arrest was issued. Police say Golden jumped out of a moving green Dodge Durango Hellcat, shooting at others before getting back in the car and fleeing the scene. Of the four people Golden is accused of shooting at, 3 are the other suspects that have been arrested in connection with the shooting. Okay, so this shootout is going on between OTF member, allegedly OTF Booner, all right, and the guys that are involved in this Atlanta crew. It says the child was hit by a single shot while he was exiting a parked vehicle, causing him to fall to the ground. The juvenile victim had to crawl away to prevent being struck from additional rounds. The warrant does not say if this child was with the other victims or simply a bystander. Jakava Harris, 19 of Fairburn, Deshaun Powell, 19 of Atlanta, Karanji Reese, 18 of Atlanta, have been arrested on drug and gun charges. The MDJ previously reported. After the shooting, police found guns and drugs in the car the 3 men were in. According to the warrant for Golden's arrest, Harris was struck once in the foot and shot back at Golden. Harris was charged with reckless conduct, firing towards several people at the mall while aiming for Golden's car. Powell was hit in the back by a single round, the warrant said, and Reese ducked between vehicles and was not hit. Now, interestingly enough, less than a month after that shooting at the mall, King Von's sister, Kayla B, is laughing on Twitter, talking about get everything back in blood for sure, winking face, demon emojis, said, y'all been saying my shit got took March 13th, my jewelry, got my stuff, go and ask him. So look, all right, I don't know if this is her saying, yep, we got it back. She maybe got a new chain made, but people are saying, yo, she got her chain back. And she's saying getting everything back in blood for sure, right? Listen, man, all right? Some people in the comments are saying she got it taken. Why are you getting it back in blood if your jeweler allegedly had your chain the entire time?
Oh, yeah, I got to do that K-Flop video, y'all. That K-Flop, boy, I think K-Flop got like 90-some years or something.
You get it back in blood from your jeweler. It says the date says March. So it says she's showing old pictures of the chain. We don't know. All right. Did the chain get stolen? Said they've been saying my shit got took since March 13. My jeweler got my stuff. Go and ask him. Or did she get it back in blood like she was inferring? Well, what's interesting.
I ain't gonna lie. I hope so. Shit.
Damn, son. Okay. Is that it was not long after this. It would be 3 months after this. Okay. That people broke into Lil Durk's Georgia home.
But there's a lot of people always say that about me, bro. They say I look like a whole lot of different people, bro. But that's one of the people I always get. Yeah, Isaac Hayes.
All right. All this shooting's going on at the mall. OTF members are getting, implicated, and all sorts of things are going on. Chains are getting stolen. They're apparently getting back in blood. Okay, and Lil Durk had the song "Back in Blood" with Pooh Shiesty. But interestingly, okay, just a month after Lil Durk's home is shot up, and you know how Lil Durk likes to get down at gas stations, all right? And I'm not even trying to be slick, but you know how Lil Durk be out here getting down in gas stations. Well, just over a month after his home being invaded, a third man, right? An Atlanta man is fatally shot at a gas station. Okay, it happened around 11:30 p.m. at a Shell gas station on Martin Luther King Drive and Fairburn Road. A man was shot and killed late Monday night at a gas station in the Adamsville neighborhood. Police say it happened around 11:30 p.m. and police do not know what led to the shooting. They're asking for
I know exactly what that said. I don't remember when that happened, but I know exactly what that said.
Public's help and looking at any possible surveillance.
Fairburn and MLK.
All right, breaking news right now. A man is dead after being outside a gas station. We're told it happened here at the Shell at Fairburn and MLK. Police are looking at possible surveillance video out there, trying to figure out what went down leading up to this shooting. If you know anything, please give police a call.
Only urine. That means your kidneys are leaking protein, bro. You think it's not serious? That's how kidney failure starts. Protein urine.
Went down leading up to this shooting. If you know anything, please give police a call.
So, remember how I told you 2 of the people that got arrested in this situation were members of this crew called NCF, right? Was it Money Comes First? Money Comes First, right? 2 of the people that were getting shot at allegedly by the OTF member were from Money Comes First. Well, who was the man who was shot and killed at the gas station a month after Durk's home was invaded? Yes, people, he was a member of Money Comes First. He was Mark from MCFGG, right? This is the news that he passed away. Interesting stuff, right? Deleted comments. People said they're really not into it with nobody. He probably passed away from a gun swap or dice game if they were heavily in the streets. People saying he was a chill ass op. I ain't gonna disrespect him. He ain't nothing, never do nothing to me while he was alive. Rest in peace. I didn't even know he died until last night. All right. So MCF members are now getting murdered, and no one really knows why. No one really knows what's going on. Interestingly enough, a few months after this, we actually end up seeing the news. Okay. OTF Booner is arrested for the shooting at the Atlanta Mall. OTF had Atlanta just on fire in 2020 and 2021. I'm not going to lie to you. They took that Chicago energy over to Atlanta, and the FBI has still got whiplash from everything that was going on. OTF Booner from Lamron was arrested for a shooting that happened in March outside a mall in Atlanta. He allegedly hopped out the SRT and started shooting into a car with 3 men. 2 of them got hit, and a child was hit in the crossfire. He luckily survived, charged with 4 counts of aggravated assault and no bond. These are the 3 men he shot at, allegedly from MCF. This is the detail of the shooting. You've already seen this, right? And this is the backstory, right? This went under the radar in the Chicago scene, all right? A lot of people had interesting comments. They're saying, damn, Booner was living good as hell. They're saying, damn, no bond, Dirk gonna have to pay for a good lawyer. They're saying this man's fried. They don't play in Georgia. But then they're saying from Georgia, your legal system's a joke. You can buy your way out of this. If you got Brian Steele, you might buy your way out of it.
Dirk should have sat his ass down after that. After he got that shooting, after Fannie Willis let him go, man, he should have sat his ass down.
Damn, son.
Cause, bro, for y'all to do this other shit, the Quando Rondo homeboy, and that's why you in jail, bro. That's why you locked up. That shit's sad. That shit's sad, bro. Bro, sometimes you gotta learn from your mistakes, bro. And I say insanity is a person doing the same thing and thinking they're gonna get a different result. That's insanity, bro.
So damn, so I was really shooting at Man from 4PF. That's crazy. I F with Man music hard. So now they're saying it's connected to OTF. It says, aren't they cool with Lil Baby? I wonder what happened. It's cool, but you can't control other dudes. They're saying, I hope this doesn't mess up Dirk and Baby's situation. So they dropped a whole album after this happened. It was all the way back in March. But they're saying OTF going to get hit with a RICO. They're going to tie all of this together, and they're going to get the blame for all of this Atlanta violence. They better chill. They already going to get hit one in Chicago. And little did we know, Lil Durk decided after all of this was going on, hey, why not? Why not get a private jet to Los Angeles and just roll the dice again? It's crazy, all right? It's like they want that shit to go on in Chicago because they don't play that gangbanging stuff in Detroit. They indict dudes quick. They asked me where I'll be in 10 years. I said the feds, Dirkio. And that was 4 years ago, before the murder for hire even happened. So why do OTF keep shooting stuff up in Atlanta? Saying Chicago, you effed up. You can't even live in Atlanta nowadays. I would not live in Atlanta. So the guy in the middle, second slide, is Lil Man. He cool with Lil Baby, right? Saying anyone else peep that? I'm sure he's tied in with Lil Baby.
So look, y'all, you could live in Atlanta, bro. You could live in any city, bro. I know people right now live in LA right now, bro. Go to work, come home, nothing never happened to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't about where you living, it's about what you doing. So
they're next to each other. So Cobb County not going to play with these dudes, right? It is a problem. And I said, did he drop his phone, or maybe he was texting one of the victims? So the news of OTF Booner's arrest would go around. It would be on Academics' page, right? It's ain't no secret. Before you all try coming at me, calling me the feds. This has been covered, okay? Academics page 2021. It's been around. Dirk affiliate, OTF Booner. This was on Rap, all right? At Rap. This has been out there, right? So this ain't nothing new. But what is interesting, okay, is that Dirk would actually talk about the incident where they busted into his home eventually in 2023 with DJ Academics. He would speak openly about the incident and basically explain that is basically what made him change his ways, and he's now got 24/7 security that are ready to kill for him.
He was arrested because of what she exposed in front of thousands of people. Just watch.
33 years working in the Social Security Administration, and no one believes me when I tell them this. There's a special state-regulated burial fund that will put up to $25,000 in your family's pocket.
Watching, I got 24-hour security watching my house. Trained, not trained. They're not trained to go. They trained to kill. And I, you know what I'm saying, I broke it down. I had to talk with all of them. Like, man, like, I kill one of y'all if anything happens to me. Then me, I go to A to B.
You know, I can't lie, that's crazy. Telling your armed security that you will kill them if anything happens to your family.
Listen, you've been around situations like that. But when you think about your kids, I'm like, I could have been there. Your kids could have, you know, that's your father. Like, that make you feel differently about how you reacted to that type of shit. Hell yeah. I'm like, could have been a.
So not only this whole interview was a masterclass in self-snitching, right? Because you have him basically claiming responsibility for the murder of Lil Pab in this interview. But also, all right, if you read between the lines, Dirk would basically explain that if Ack would ask, were the suspects ever caught in this situation? And Dirk would sidestep the question.
Did they ever figure out who was behind that? That had to be an inside job. Like, nigga, clearly.
I don't let nobody come out. Nobody.
So he didn't say who. He said, did they ever sold like that? He just said, I don't let nobody come to my house.
Oh, you ever allowed to my house? Our best friend never been to my house.
For real? Promise. Your best friend?
Promise. Like, it's people like it. I just don't allow around my girl and my kids. Cause it's like, I don't know.
That's a great way to be. Honestly, that's the best way to be. Don't let nobody come to your house, bro. Your house is your home. Just don't invite nobody into your house, bro. That's where you live, you sleep. That's where you, everything, your family, all that, bro. Don't bring nobody to your house.
I'm just a different type of nigga. I'm not the.
Bro, I was trying to help other creators probably like a year or something back. Trying to help them get their stuff up off the ground. We could shoot right here. My whole shit look like a real studio in here, bro. Like I could turn this camera around and you'll see. This is an actual studio in here, man. Yeah, it didn't work out. So that moral of the story.
We're gonna have family night at Dirk house tonight. It's the
everybody at Dirk's crib.
Yeah, we got everybody getting watched. We gotta watch everybody. Hey.
So he stepped up the security, but here's the last thing I want to leave you with that's going to blow your mind, and then you can go and do your own research into this. Right, Big Mark. All right, Mark from MCF, who was killed at that gas station like a month after Dirk's home was invaded. A few months after a shootout where OTF member Boona shot at MCF members, including one person who was apparently affiliated with Lil Baby. Well, according to a February 2025 article, the authorities will actually tie this murder of Big Mark to Lil Baby, right? And apparently this murder would allegedly be the start of a war that Lil Baby's 4PF got into, okay? It says, arrest warrant confirms Atlanta rapper Lil Baby's connection to boys' murders. Deadly gang feud that claimed 2 young lives. A violent conflict between 4PF and OMF led to a fatal shooting on July the 2nd, 2024 in southwest Atlanta, killing 2 13-year-olds and wounding an 11-year-old. Police arrest 7 in connection with teen murders. Atlanta police.
You must be in LA, bro, because it's 3 o'clock in the evening where I'm from.
Led the shooting to an ongoing gang feud and arrested 7 suspects, citing the incident as retaliation for previous violence. Lil Baby's name surfaces in gang dispute. Authorities allege that the shooting stemmed from the escalating gang tensions following a 2024 music video shoot involving rapper Lil Baby, though he wasn't directly tied in the incident. Said a gang-related dispute between 2 criminal organizations culminated in a fatal shooting on July the 2nd, 2024, leaving 2 young teenagers dead and a 3rd wounded outside an apartment complex in southwest Atlanta, police say. The attack was part of an escalating feud between the 4 Pockets Full 4PF gang and only My Family gang, not OCF, OMF, but it's close, isn't it? It's very close. And then we're coming to find out OCF members only, the family, they're shooting at people with connections to Lil Baby, because it's crazy. Atlanta Police Chief Darian Shirebaum held a press conference on Wednesday to announce the arrest of 7 gang members they believe are responsible for the boy's death. These arrests included Queontae Sanders, Richard Hollis, Reginald Thomas, DeKeithion Mobley, Marcus Crawford, Traydon Crawford, and Ali Caldwell. During the same press conference, the APD homicide commander Ralph Wolflook connected the murders to cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper who decided to shoot a music video in a place he knew he shouldn't have been. Woolfolk said that his team would work relentlessly to hold the rapper and affiliates responsible for their actions. Incident overview. What we know. Approximately 12:34 on July the 2nd, Atlanta police responded to reports of gunfire at Sparks' apartment on Spark Street Southwest. When they arrived, they found 3 juvenile males shot. 13-year-old Lamont Freeman was pronounced dead at the scene, while 13-year-old Jacody Davis succumbed to his injuries after being transported to Eldelston Hospital. It's so sad that 11-year-old Dontavius Davis survived with a gunshot wound to his foot, right? It's so sad. But here's where it gets interesting. Sequence of events. According to arrest warrants obtained by Fox 5 Atlanta, witnesses report that the Davis brothers had left their apartment just before midnight to wish Freeman a happy birthday when they were ambushed. Surveillance footage from multiple locations confirmed the presence of 2 suspect vehicles, a white Nissan Maxima and a grey Nissan sedan, that circled the apartment complex twice before 6 armed individuals exited and opened fire. Investigators recovered multiple shell casings at the crime scene, including 5.56 and 7.62 and 2.23 caliber rounds. The victims were struck multiple times, with forensic evidence indicating that Freeman suffered a gunshot. Authorities say that 2 of the criminal street gangs in Atlanta, 4PF, 4 Pockets Full, and OMF, Only My Family, are known to have historical conflict connected to the August 20 associate Marcus Big Mark Holland. Now it says here, OMF is a subset of the Goodfellas criminal street gang. Police say the Goodfellas was reportedly established in the early 2000s and is often referred to as the mob or La Familia or Nostra, which is Italian for this thing of ours. Every criminal activity in which the Goodfellas is engaged in is geared towards making money and protecting their ability to do so. But they're saying Mark, 4PF associate, they were saying that he was part of this crew that was called, all right, it was Money Comes First, MCF, okay? But this is him, all right? So there's more and more information. People are tying it together. These are, pictures and tributes to him. Very, very sad, but very interesting. So the article, OMF is a subset. The Goodfellas, I already told you that. And 4PF is known as Atlanta-based rapper's personal brand and motto. His record label was previously named 4 Pockets Full, but it was changed to Glass Window Entertainment in 2024. Like this is going on. It says ongoing gang violence in Atlanta. What they're saying, authorities say the conflict between 4PF and OMF has resulted in multiple homicides and shootings, especially since May 2024. According to police, Lil Baby, whose real name is Dominique Jones, went to the 2100 block of Verbena Street to shoot a music video, an area known to be frequented by OMF members associated with Dixie Court. People were shot that day, a 23-year-old man, 24-year-old man, and 27-year-old man. They all survived, and Lil Baby was not injured in the shooting. However, the feud between the gangs intensified following the incident, and that led to gang members retaliating throughout Atlanta, right? And that's when basically things got out of hand. You see, eventually kids end up getting killed, but apparently a big confrontation, a big escalation came on June the 29th, 2024, when Trevante Turner was murdered at 9 Peyton Place. And following his death, his cousin and gang leader, Quionte Midnight Sanders, who's currently at prison, coordinated revenge against 4PF members through a series of phone calls and social media messages from behind the wall. The communication between Sanders and several OMF affiliates and plans to retaliate. And basically, these communications identified the target as John J. Shot Smith, known to frequent the Sparks area and a close relationship with Lil Baby, with police referring to him as the 4PF gang leader in their warrant. This is bad, okay? This is bad for Lil Baby. No doubt he's changing the record label now. No, okay? And so the police will basically recover the stolen white Nissan Maxima used in the shooting of Freeman and the Davis brothers at a parking deck. And basically, they will use forensic analysis to link shell casings found at the scene to previous gang-related shootings across the city. It's bad, okay? They were tapping phones. They intercepted phone conversations between gang members discussing the incident and efforts to cover up their involvement. The boy's death, okay, and a known OMF associate all over the place, right? Confidential informant provided information implicating J-Man in the shooting, and the informant told police they had learned through a relative that J-Man really wanted Lil Baby, but it was hard to touch him. Instead, they were hoping to catch another 4PF member, and they basically didn't even know that the children were the people that got hurt in the shooting until afterwards. So look, all right, it's all connected. I'm going to be doing a lot more digging, a lot more investigation, because this thing with OTF Boona is crazy. And then he's been indicted for another crazy murder. You probably remember this from the channel. This is OTF Boona as well. So he got another situation that he involved in. And this was the case where he basically allegedly tied this guy up, kidnapped him and shot him 17 times in a parking lot.
File free in the app if you didn't file with us last year. Just file with TurboTax Do It Yourself by February 28. No matter your tax situation, get the TurboTax app now.
What police say led to a violent home invasion before an officer found a man's body at a Gwinnett County church parking lot. As Channel 2 Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Matt Johnson reports for us, police say the 4 suspects sent a disturbing message to the victim's wife.
Today we're getting new insight on a brutal murder that police say began well before they discovered the victim's body at a church parking lot. A detective testified that armed robbers actually sent a chilling message to the victim's wife right before the murder. A Gwinnett County judge heard chilling testimony about how police say Raymond Cooper worked with 3 others in a deadly home invasion that left the father shot 17 times. A detective said the suspects delivered a terrifying message to the wife of Oscar Cruz.
They told her this would be the last time that her husband and to kiss him goodbye.
Police say Cooper and 3 suspects met Cruz at a Waffle House on July 22nd at around 1 a.m, where he got into their car. Investigators say the suspects became violent when they took Cruz to his home on Gin Blossom Circle, where the 28-year-old's wife was showering.
Yeah, his hands were bound with duct tape, and there was a male pointing a gun at his head.
So look, okay, this is basically, I don't know how connected this is to those specific incidents, but essentially, Gwinnett County is just on the outskirts of the center of Atlanta. Okay, this is less than an hour from the center of Atlanta. So some people have said this might have had something to do with other situations. They were saying Doody Lowe got shot and robbed in Atlanta. Some people say Daisy was getting into trouble in Atlanta. I really don't know, but to be honest, I'm going to be digging even deeper into the situation. I feel like maybe there's a secret gang war going on in Atlanta that's got something to do with Lil Durk, all right? Dirk, Von, they all went over to Atlanta and just started raising hell. And somebody's got to get to the bottom of this, okay? They said people connected with Lil Baby are getting shot out of the mall, and then someone's getting killed at a gas station a month after Dirk's home gets... Right, this is crazy. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, man. Do you feel like this is connected? Do you feel like I'm reaching? I really don't know, okay? But I started finding a few things that connected to each other, and it's not looking good for Lil Baby. I'll keep it real. It's super not looking good for Lil Baby. But I'm going to keep digging into this. I'll bring you guys some updates if I get more information.
Right.
And appreciate you watching the video, man.
Y'all check out Trap More Ross, originated by Trap Lord Ross. Yeah, man. Y'all check that guy out. Great channel. Good content. Great documentaries, all of that. So y'all check them out, man. I like reacting to them.
YouTube.
We're going to Chig Smooth. Y'all got it. Y'all check out Chig Smooth.
Get ready. Chig Smooth. Hey, Chig Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit.
Yeah, man. He posts all day long, every day, bro. Got some good shit too.
Oh yeah, Charlamagne just got the bag, you guys. iHeartMedia just re-signed Charlamagne on a max contract after all the rumors and speculation and people wondering, yo, is Charlamagne going to re-sign with iHeart? Or do we see Charlamagne land somewhere else? Do we see him get more money somewhere else? Now, mind you, this all started to build up back in September. Charlamagne did an interview where he was asked about it, and he said, I'm not sure. You're going to have to find out later.
So as you mentioned, Charlamagne, it was 2020 when you started it, and I believe it was a 5-year deal. So your renewal is coming up with iHeart. Do you plan to renew?
You know what's so interesting about 2020? That it was COVID, right? And so being that it was COVID, like everybody that I reached out to said yes to the Black Effect Podcast Network, and that's why we were able to launch with 20 plus, 20 plus different podcasts. But that's crazy you knew that.
How do you know this? Because when the press release says it was a 5-year deal, and the press release came out December 2020, and we're almost there. Guys, Karen can read.
Karen can read.
That's amazing. You learned anything today?
So I don't think
It sounds so stupid that someone Karen can read.
you answered my question.
Yeah. We call that the weave, you know? I learned.
The bob and weave.
Yeah, so Donald Trump say that on Flagrant, the weave.
So we don't. She's telling me, can you answer the question? Can you repeat the question? The question is, your deal with iHeart expires at the end of this year. Are you going to renew with iHeart?
Why not?
I don't like to talk business. It's not the place to talk business.
Yeah.
This is
We're having a lot of fun. We have a lot of time to decide that. So we'll let you know December 31st at 11:59 p.m.
See, what you guys are kind of alluding though is that you're talking her out.
In the comment section said 200 million for 5 more years. Damn.
Like your options
I'm not alluding enough.
Okay.
I said I'm weaving.
Now you're doing the Dougie. There are options outside of iHeart. It seems to be what we're hearing.
Well, just like I told you guys in the last video, Charlamagne does this all the time. Turns out the man signed this insane deal back in August. That's right, you guys. Back in August, Charlamagne quietly signed a 5-year, $200 million extension with iHeartMedia. First off, man, this is insane. Congrats to Charlamagne. This is well earned. This is definitely a testament to all the work he's been putting.
This is something that I feel like Charlamagne kept secret because he didn't want people counting his money. Like I wouldn't want nobody to count my goddamn money either, bro. Like shit. Once they see you got some money.
And shout out to iHeartMedia for trusting Charlamagne and also shelling out this kind of money for a black media personality. Normally, just like we've been seeing, this kind of money goes to people like Joe Rogan, the girl from Call Me Daddy. We never really see our top media personalities get kind of bags from media companies. We saw what Spotify did to Joe Budden when he asked for more money. So I just want to say congrats to Charlamagne. This is absolutely dope. This is definitely something we should all celebrate and be inspired by. Now, obviously, this deal is going to keep Charlamagne with iHeart all the way until 2030. And yes, this deal also includes the Black Effect Network. According to the article by Forbes, Charlamagne's new deal will help him expand his Black Effect podcast network, which is a joint venture he has with iHeartMedia. Now, Charlamagne told Forbes, hey, when I was looking at doing my new deal with iHeartMedia, I was like, I don't just want to be talent. I want to create this podcast network. I want to create...
I mean, it's good that, Charlamagne is actually adding jobs, helping other young podcasters and things of that nature. People that do the same thing he do, helping them, man, helping them go forward. And, it's a good thing, bro. I love the positivity in it.
BT for podcasting. Now, for anybody out there wondering, hey, is the Black Effect Media Network actually profitable? Well, the short answer is yes. iHeartMedia's podcast revenue has been going up every single year since they signed Charlamagne's Black Effect Network. Just last year in 2024, iHeartMedia had a podcast revenue of $448 million, you guys. He said people really do understand the business of podcasting now. You can look at somebody's audio downloads and know what they should be getting paid. Now, Charlamagne also said, I didn't just get here. I took the stairs. I want people to think about the journey of how I got here. Me becoming the best version of myself. Investing in my mental wealth in a real way. That's what you're seeing now. Now, I believe this also makes Charlamagne the highest paid black podcaster. So once again, props to Charlamagne. To all Charlamagne haters, he's not going anywhere. Somebody go check on Dame Dash right now. You know he gotta be sick. Playing the long game definitely paid off for Charlamagne. You guys get in the comments below. How do you guys feel about Charlamagne getting this NBA Max money from iHeartMedia? And to you, Tasha K, count your fucking days. You guys get in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man.
Say Tasha K, count your days. Damn, I wonder what that means. Y'all check out Chid Smooth. Yeah, I don't want to do no more David shit. I'm so sick of the David shit, bro. David shit is getting on my nerves, bro. Alright, we'll do Hip Hop Buddha. We're going to Hip Hop Buddha, y'all. Check them out. hip hop Buddha, the Buddha man himself.
Check what layers you actually have.
We definitely affiliated with the Buddha gang, so y'all, hey.
All right, we back with another one, man. So, look, Dirt, OTF, Boom, they was on these phone calls talking real crazy. They was on these phone calls talking real spicy about a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? So we finna get right into it and see what's going on, man. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button too.
So in this rather embarrassing leaked phone call, okay, according to the call, right, this is the kind of gossip that's going off behind the scenes for the OTF crew. They're claiming that CEO Trail had been involved with DJ Bands' girlfriend, and apparently DJ Bands knew about it.
Damn.
What's up with Bands? You know, Bands make a dance. No, he said he's working his left hand. Shit, I heard one time y'all got beside itself. Huh? I heard one time y'all got beside itself, the motherfucker had to put him back in realization. Oh yeah, you know how he is. Man. You know, he gotta be beneficial. I think I ain't going back. You said what? You know, he gotta be beneficial. Yeah, man. He still with that. You know how I rock with me, it ain't gotta be beneficial. It ain't. You know how he still with that girl that had him walking down the street with socks on and shit, ready to kill himself.
Oh no. What girl had him walking down the street with his socks on ready to kill himself? Hey, they talking about that. I thought it was only the family. Hey, only on the phone. That ain't going crazy.
Man, what? Man, I gotta tell you shit about that.
He said, man, what? He hit him with a duck ad lib. That's crazy.
Woo! Man, what she doing now? I ain't tell you. Cause Bonnie ain't say shit, right? Yeah. Now you know now.
You know, soon as the dude say, I ain't say nothing, he ain't finna tell everything. Why you start off saying, I ain't say nothing, you about to tell everything?
Hey, so you know this little nigga, what's his nickname? CEO Trail? CEO Trail. Yeah. Boom. So now look, I guess he was messing with him, right? Right. He done made a diss song. About Vince? Yep. And what Vince said? Vince, man? Nah. He told him, he like, in the diss song, he told him like, man, you was paying that whole rent. We was in the crib. We heard you through the vent. You was proud of bitch. He tells shit like that again.
So look, all right, the context of the call.
It be your own people, man. It be your own people.
Oh, I just told y'all
Why y'all
earlier.
on the phone talking about this man like this?
That's why I just told y'all earlier, bro. I'd rather keep my circles like basically to one person, dog. I got my mama, my ex and them, they, you know what I'm saying, they be looking for me, and my little girls. That's about it, bro. Like, I don't want no friends like that, to be honest.
I thought it was only the family, man.
I don't want no friends. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Why are y'all on the phone talking about it, man? Respectful. That's what it means, bro. Listen. Anytime somebody you know get on the phone with somebody else and they talking down on you, either they never respected you, or they don't, or they be around you and don't like you, or they just flat out just don't respect you, bro. At all. And they probably ain't gonna say and Vonnie know it. That's why Vonnie was like, man, yeah, Vonnie ain't said nothing. Yeah, nigga, cause you talking about that man like that, that's crazy.
They're saying DJ Bands' girl was messing with CEO Trail. They were saying you was paying her rent, we were still hooking up. I heard you crying about it through the vent. They said something earlier in the call about they had you in the streets with no shoes on with this girl, wanting to just go outside over this girl. It's sad. I'm not laughing. But this is the kind of gossip. This is DJ Bands. You tapped him. You rocking with these guys. And this the kind, bruh. If I was DJ Bands, I wouldn't be working with none of these OTF dudes after this. I ain't gonna lie to you. These are some snaky dudes. This is the kind of gossipy conversations like y'all supposed to be gangsters leaving the street. But this is the kind of gossipy conversations you be having behind closed doors. Nah, man, couldn't be me.
I guess he.
Damn, you can't
I guess he dropping her off and damn car get they little crib. And he dropped her off and he said the niggas was in the crib.
Yeah, I think that's the time we had the socks on walking down the street talking he killed himself. That's how we had
They're saying he was wilding out in the street with no shoes on.
If you owe more than $5,000 in back taxes, then you're officially on the IRS's radar.
Maybe you fell behind on filing. Maybe you had a...
They're saying he was wilding out in the street with no shoes on. Talking.
That ain't, see, look, man, that ain't even funny. That's not something to be laughing at. If the man was in the street walking with nothing but his socks on, somehow he finna kill the man having a whole
that's not cool
mental episode.
Yeah, that ain't cool. That ain't shit to laugh at, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, that ain't nothing to laugh at. I'm just being honest with you, bro.
Or something or whatever. Like, y'all don't know how that man felt about that girl. See, what be wrong with people. They don't know how you feel about somebody else. And then when you act a certain way about a certain situation going on, then they want to call you crazy and laugh at you and all that. That's wrong though, man. Y'all supposed to be that man brothers, man. Y'all supposed to be OTF. That's crazy.
And like he's going through some very difficult mental situations, and then they're saying he was banging on the door trying to get in the girl's crib, and they're saying Trail was in there. It's very sad, man. But the fact that these guys are even gossiping and talking about this, bro, this definitely, bro, these OTF guys, they slimy, man.
That time thing. He laid his ass up now.
Man, listen, he crazy. He's taking the bitch on trips, still all types of justice, boy. You crazy.
Hey, I'll probably do like 30 more, man, and hang with y'all. Ain't nobody really in here right now, but yeah, probably do like 30 more with y'all, man, and I'll probably come back a little later on. I might come back. Definitely gonna come back with some shorts, and I need to work on some of my AI stuff, so I will be back, though, but.
You know what I mean? Wow, keep that bitch in prayer, boy.
She doing something spectacular.
Hey, this ain't her first time. She's the fucking one away on me. I'm talking about over that bitch faithfully. He every day. Ooh.
She must doing something that he like getting tickled, so he might like getting tickled. I don't know.
Oh my God.
The girls in the parents, they eat the boy's ass, they hooked on that shit. He might like getting tickled. I don't know.
Like getting tickled is nasty work, bro.
Oh, no.
He might
man business out there.
No, he might like the certain way she do it. Because ain't nobody gonna play with me like that.
I don't know, man. Look, sometimes you gotta get tickled out here, okay? But if people are on the jail phone calls, all right, the gang members talking about you liking getting tickled, I ain't gonna lie, this is weirdo behavior. These guys are really, you supposed to be gangs, you big OTF, you on the phone talking about your homeboy getting tickled, what he likes getting done. Y'all some weirdos, that's some weird behavior. Big pause, okay? And
I don't even honestly, I don't know. I never heard that phrase before. You like getting tickled. I don't know. Oh, I don't know, but hey, y'all put two and two together. I
look,
get.
I'm here
I
reacting
don't
to this.
And
know.
y'all think Vonnie not finna tell on Dirt? He already telling on business. Yeah, this girl had the other dudes in the crib, and another dude was cracking this girl, and he already telling. He already with the rat activity, and y'all think he not finna say nothing about Dirt at all.
So Dirt ain't looking good.
So I said, oh no, well, he ain't gonna say nothing about Dirt. He gonna just admit his part. How could he admit his part without putting Lil Dirt in there? There's no way he could say that he did anything or was involved with anything without him putting Lil Dirt name on it. And if he talking on the phone like this, more than likely, he gonna tell.
So what can I say? But this is super weird. This is what's going on behind closed doors with the OTF crew, all right? OTF might have to stand for on the phones, and I know F
on the phone. That nigga say on the phone. Hey, that nigga ain't trap boy crazy for that shit. He crazy for that shit.
Not everybody is reading 10th grade level in OTF, clearly because of the evidence that we're seeing and how sad these guys are going out as far as just the trail of evidence they left in their cases. But that was just a little opener, okay? It's time for the headline act. The second leaked jail phone call is between Lil Durk himself, Big OTF, and Boona. And Boona apparently relays some information that he says came from some conversations between Lil Reed's mother and his own mother, basically like going over sort of old beef in the early days of OTF, just straight gossiping. And look, I'm not look, I'm sure if you're locked up and you're facing serious charges, you're getting on them phones, you gossiping, I'll probably do the same thing. But it's kind of like, it's really taking the shine off of OTF when we're hearing what's really going on behind these scenes, man.
Man, my mama funny as hell. She tell me about they ride 3 cars deep and rule this. Man, I'm like, man, I ain't trying to hear. She tell me, yeah, he asked my number because he want to talk to you. Ain't nothing talking about. Who ride 3 cars deep?
That's why Chirac Humor leaked this shit.
Wasn't because they came home the same time. Man, I don't know. You know, I ain't even asked all that. I guess they probably met the black track house and the other college got regular college. They just in the hotel room. Yeah, that's wild. And then, you know, Richie Mo, I got my piece. Yeah, I got my.
These niggas talking like some whole. I'm talking about, but they running their mouth. I thought goddamn Young Thug was talking, boy. Y'all talking more than Young Thug.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
The fuck?
You know, I'm like, look at her. She always heard she got her pick. You said what? I got my pics, girl. I got my pics. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they finally let the real one.
This nigga sound like a real female. This nigga sound like a straight female. The fuck?
I said, no, stop saying what that lady did. That lady is crazy.
Hey, look. So she said she got her pics. That tells it all right there.
That's why Chirac Humor leaked this shit.
My mama just listened to her because she told my mama anything. And then she trying to tell my mama. She said, like, girl.
Boom, Reed's mama ain't telling your mama nothing else. Nothing. Nothing at all. Now, this was so crazy to me about this situation.
If you're over 45 and can't work because of your health, there's a real easy way to see if you can get up to $3,822 a month.
This was so crazy to me about this situation. Y'all beefing. Boona got the ups. Y'all mamas conversating like everything cool, but y'all plotting and planning on each other. On that GTA type time. This is crazy to me, bro. When people be like, oh man, how such and such get backdoored? Oh man, how this happened? How that happened? There you go right there. People talking and running their mouth. You heard what he just said? Yeah, they riding around in them cars. Yeah, they was just at the hotel. Oh, he got all the up. Yeah, they probably in the black track hall. Whoa. So that's why these federales stay saying we got 100 million gigabytes of audio and this was going on and that was going on. Even if it ain't got nothing to do with the Lil Pop situation, they trying to lay it all out there for dirt. If they won, they wouldn't even through the fact that he was beefing with LeBron in there anyway. Understand Dirt case supposed to be about them killing Lil Pop, which happened in California. What the hell? OTF beefing with LeBron, or Lil Durk beefing with LeBron, or Lil Durk trying to kill his homie Retro and all that. What that got to do with Lil Pop? Absolutely nothing. Which lets you know that the fans are just throwing in anything they can because they want to lay it all out on the table for the world to know everything that's going on. So like how they said that situation happened with O Block. Well, whoever told them that, dude say he was in the car when it happened. Them niggas is talking and telling. You could tell. So because they talking and telling, Now everything is just known, bro. Cause they running their mouth too much. And that's how everything get out there. And that's how everything get known. And that's how the feds know. And that's why the feds said, no, this what happened. No, Dirk put hits on Lamron. Dirk put hits on O'Block. Cause they got calls like this. I'm pretty sure when Dirk case over with, any audio that don't even get played in the court now is all gonna be in the file. When people go through that and get it, they gonna start putting it out. And then you gonna hear it. And that's why they saying what they saying. Not only do they got people talking and telling, but they got conversations like this of them, you know what I'm saying, on audio discussing things that happen. If Dirk on one of them phones talking about that little pad hit boy, he fried.
And that's your motherfucker son. Why you gonna tell your son that we trying to open up a truck trying to do this and tell him that we need like 3,000 pieces, you don't get it? My mama say, girl, I ain't gonna do that shit. What is wrong with you? Well, but just tell him that Riri got cancer and he can help like start a foundation for her. I say, mom, don't listen to that one. She, I'm fine. It's like she trying to use me to get close to him and put shit. I say, man, you see she working. You know what I'm saying?
What was that? What was that called? That blender. Yeah, go with.
Who got put in the blender?
You never thought of that?
Now see, that's what the feds talking about right now. And they'll get one person to be like, oh, the word blender mean such and such. And Lil Durk was on the phone and he said somebody got put in the blender. Now everybody know getting put in the blender could mean a lot of things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the city, that mean a whole lot of different things. But to the feds, it don't mean Dirk got somebody killed, or he tried to get somebody killed, or he got somebody shot, or he got somebody jammed up.
That's exactly
no
what
matter how you look at it, he put him in the blender. And that's what they gonna say. And then somebody gonna come behind him and co-sign him like, yeah, when Dirk said that, that's exactly what he meant. Oh man, it's a dirty game out here, boy.
That's why you don't need homeboys. You in a serious case like this, no talking. No talking. I don't care what happens. No talking. None whatsoever. Put the phone down.
You go home, hey. You go home. She's so funny. It comes Valentine's Day. He tell my mama, yeah, I can go down that girl for Valentine's Day. You know, ooh, this to get my eyelashes.
He imitating her voice too well.
It's like I'm saying in my head, like, damn, he crazy. He trying any kind of way. He trying, yeah, I'm gonna get the room with the rich people at. I'm gonna get the hotel with the rich people at, girl. I say, she crazy. Yeah, that's what she said. She snapped.
They funny though.
Man, tell me about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting there laughing and shit like that. And then he yeah, somebody 3 deep, and then they say Richard with him and shit like that. And shit like that. Well, I say, yeah, Angie say, yeah, Richard with him and ooh, yeah, then, you know, who else getting out? Angie talking about can y'all get out this June or next June?
Yeah, I heard.
That's good. Let us know.
Yeah.
So shit, I don't know why she keeps saying. She telling like, yeah, motherfuckers gonna get their ass together when he get out. Motherfuckers scared of him. Oh, I can't wait to get out because that's who's gonna protect my son, Reese.
Why Chirac humor leak
That's
this
who's
shit?
gonna make sure Reese is straight.
Man, I don't even know how long brother been locked up, but they got his name in so much stuff. That man been locked up, oh yeah, brother supposed to be getting out. Reese mama like he gonna protect my son. They talking about Richo and all that. All these names is in Lil Durk paperwork. So just think about it. It's supposed to be strictly about Lil Pop. A bunch of all these names and stuff that came out because the feds is like, look at this, look at this, look at this. And people was like, where they getting it from? Niggas running their mouth and audio like this. That they got, so when they say they got 100 million megabytes of audio, how many of these conversations y'all think they done had?
Typically, when you hear the word no credit check, it usually means high sell price.
Send an umdulillah up one time. Just give me an umdulillah, man. 'Cause I'm telling y'all right now, if they go to that court and play a tape where Dirk is talking about any hit, bro, he is fried. He cooked, bro. And I hope he didn't do that. Because the way they talking like this is crazy.
Hey, bro, this world fucked up.
Man, who you telling? That's what I'm glad, like, five, so we got in the situation.
So, all right, it's a little bit confusing, right? But thankfully, the YouTube channel C Hood actually did a very good job at explaining the context of this particular phone call. So we're going to read between the lines, going to see what he had to say about it, and you're going to understand what was going down in that crazy phone call, Rex, is why.
So y'all can understand, man. Y'all know that Lamron, the OTF, 300, what's the other, Dog Pound? Well, OTF Ken was from Dog Pound, you know what I'm talking about, 59th. Somewhere around there, all them guys bumped heads and they was all beefing. Where Lil Reese from? Lamron. Who he rolling with? Lamron. They bumped heads, man. It's a beef amongst each other. With.
That's why I don't want no bunch of people around me, bro. Just if you by yourself, bro, you're not gonna hurt yourself. Nah, you're not.
The BDs, like I told y'all a couple of videos ago, man. Y'all think that they all click in.
Yeah, like what get dangerous is the just people around you. That's what gets dangerous, bro. If there ain't nobody around you, what can happen?
Riding with each other.
Bro, you see me, I'm doing live right now. Ain't nobody can fight me, shoot me, do nothing. My door right there, like, ain't shit you could do to me, like.
And when it's really secret animosity and jealousy, it sounds like they mad because.
All right,